Hello, my friend. I'm so excited that you've joined the On Voice community, and I'm thrilled to share this simple 3-step exercise to help you tap into your authenticity and power so that you can share your most embodied voice. If you are new to embodiment and mindfulness and breath work, welcome. I'm so happy that you're here. I think this exercise will still feel like a homecoming because we are tapping into the most basic elements of who we are as beings. We're tapping our awareness, our powers of sensation, and our ability to choose, our autonomy. And to me, those are the building blocks of impactful leadership and an embodied voice. If you're someone who has practiced embodiment, breath work, mindfulness before, some of what we're doing today might feel familiar. But what I want to encourage is for you to remember that we learn and we grow and we develop in a cyclical, not a linear way. So each time you revisit something that feels familiar or that you've done before, you're coming at it with a fresh perspective and a new set of tools. And so my hope is that for everyone doing this exercise today, from total beginners to seasoned embodiment and mindfulness practitioners, that we can come into it with a sense of presence, of freshness, of beginner's mind, and that we can tap into our curiosity as well to really experience what's coming forward for us in the present moment with this work today. So without further ado, let's go into the 3 steps. The first step is to pause. And it's just what it sounds like. We think of snow falling in a snow globe, settling, dropping a pin in Google Maps, just allowing our body and our mind to slow down, to just stop. The second step is to identify 3 sensations in the body. No more, no less. 3 sensations in the body. See if you can identify them without overthinking it, without overcomplicating what constitutes a sensation. For me, it's most easy to first become aware of sensations where I'm making contact with solid matter. So I can feel my feet planted on the ground and my sit bones in the chair. But I also feel more subtle sensations like the temperature of the air on my skin. Already though, I've identified 3, and I could go into more, but I'm going to stop there. Feet on the ground, sit bone on the chair, and warm and humid temperature on my arms and my skin. I'll give you a minute to identify your 3 sensations if you haven't done so yet. Step 3, observe the breath. Notice I'm not inviting you to take a deep breath or send the breath anywhere. I'm simply inviting you to place your awareness on your breath coming and going on its own, as it does for you all throughout the day, every day of your life. And notice that by placing your awareness on the breath, you are beginning to be invited by the breath to shift the way you are inhabiting your body, whether you're sitting or standing. The breath starts to invite you to come into a more comfortable seated or standing posture. And you might notice that naturally it evolves into a softer, deeper, more expansive breath. If not, that's okay too. But what I want to invite you to do with this observation is to allow it to evolve. So as you watch the breath coming and going on its own naturally, it will naturally begin to shift and pull you into different directions, physically and energetically. Allow that. And that's it. You might have felt a massive shift. You might have felt a teeny shift or what feels like no shift. But what this exercise does is it very simply and succinctly invites us to get in touch with our awareness, our presence in that pause, our sensing and feeling body in the identification of the three sensations, and getting really specific about the sensing body and the sensations we're feeling. And then with the breath and with following the breath into a natural shift in the body, we're waking up our powers of autonomy, our ability to choose, and our ability to trust the breath which comes out of the body to be the guiding force into choice. So we aren't yanking ourselves into an upright posture that we think is correct, but we're allowing the breath to slowly, naturally invite us into our most easeful and supported posture. Now, to me, these 3 steps create a foundation for the most impactful leadership and your most authentic and embodied voice, because it gets us right into the center of ourselves. And it allows us to tap those internal resources to speak and lead from a place of personal power and authenticity. And the beautiful thing is you can practice them anywhere, at any time. You can practice them in the middle of a conversation. You can practice them as you step up to a podium to give a presentation. You can practice them in a meeting. Or you can, if you like, incorporate them into a more formalized daily personal practice. But however you think these 3 steps might serve you, I encourage you to just try them out for the next week or so when you remember, and see what begins to unfold, see what begins to shift about how you're experiencing yourself and how you are able to exist and project your presence in situations throughout your life and work. Just notice what shifts. And just to review, the steps once again are to pause, identify 3 sensations in the body, observe your breath, and then allow yourself to be guided by the breath to shift in any way that would feel good. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this video today. And if you're interested in going deeper with embodied voice work, I encourage you to schedule a one-on-one call with me. There's a link below. And it can just be an informal conversation. We can chat about anything you like. You can ask me questions about embodiment, voice, leadership, acting, singing, communication, whatever would be helpful or whatever you're curious about. And if you're interested, we can go deeper into the details of the On Voice one-on-one mentorship program that I offer, if you feel that that might be something that would support you at this time in your communication and leadership. Thank you so much for being with me today, and I very much look forward to connecting with you and practicing with you soon in the future. Take care.